Welcome to Lion Pride Sports. I'm Ivy Reynolds.
And I'm Tom Hartbeck. Thanks for joining us for this edition of LPS. Men's basketball nearly broke a steals record in the win over Beloit on Tuesday night. The Lions cruised to an 83-58 win. Lions swingman Chandler Diekfoss finished with 17 points and led the team with 5 rebounds and 3 assists. TJ Crockett put up 14 in his first collegiate start. Max Myler led the team in the bench points with 11. The win brings the Lions record up to 5-1 on the season. They next play at home against Ecclesia on December 2nd.
The Lindenwood women's basketball team extended their winning streak to 6 after Tuesday night's win over McKendree University. Sophomore Callie Bildner led the Lions offense and secured her 6th consecutive double-double with 21 points and 11 rebounds. The Lions shot 50% from the field as Lindsay Medlin, Gabby Walker, and Lexi Moe all had double-digit scoring nights as well. Lindenwood will finish off their 3-game homestand on Friday when they take on Central Christian College of the Bible. Tip-off is at 6 p.m.
Lions football finished the season 4-7 on the year. The Lions were able to improve slightly over last season's 3-8 mark with a dramatic win down to the wire versus Nebraska Kearney. The game was back and forth with the Lions finishing on top 35-31. The Lions also had a surprise blowout win over Pitt State. The previous year, the Lions fell 50-19, but were able to come away with a win this year 45-11. After a hard-fought loss to UCM in the final game of the season, first-year head coach Jed Stugart described the game as a season of almosts, but was pleased with the direction the program was heading.
The Lindenwood men's cross-country team posted their best season in program history. The team won its first conference championship, edging out Central Missouri and Missouri Southern for the title. Then, at the regional championship, the men placed 4 runners in the top 50 out of a field of 150 athletes. They also finished 7th in the team standings. Senior Omar S. Somani was a standout for the Lions as he was Lindenwood's top runner in 5 of their 7 meets this year. Other notables include junior Jared Broadbrooks and freshman Clayton Dokashek, who will be back to lead the Lions next year.
Lions volleyball finished 20-13 on the year. They also went 11-7 in conference play with an 8-6 record at home. The Lions finished the regular season on a 5-game win streak, but fell to UCO in the MIAA tournament. The 20-13 mark was the best 20-win season since 2011 and the best finish in the NCAA era.
The Lindenwood men's golf team pocketed 2 first-place finishes during their fall season and only had 1 tournament where they finished outside the top 10. Individually, Yenti Van Doren posted the best season average score for the Lions with a 71.85. He had 4 top 10 finishes and shot under par in 2 of the 5 tournaments. Colton Wiley and Marcus Lindgren also had solid seasons with averages of 72.62 and 73.63 respectively.
Lindenwood field hockey finished 17-2 on the season, and they finished on a 10-game win streak. They also were crowned ECAC champions for the 2nd year in a row, but despite this, the Lions were not chosen for the 6-team national tournament field for the 2nd straight year. Coming up next, we had a chance to sit down with Coach Spencer of the women's ice hockey team.
Don't go anywhere. We'll have that coming up right after the break.
They'll test you. Try to break your will. But however loud the loudness gets, however many cheese puffs may fly, you're the driver, the one in control. Stand firm. Just wait. And move only when you hear the click that says they're buckled in for the drive. Never give up till they buckle up.
When it comes to saving money,
What?
don't act like a baby.
Oh, it's like they're having their own little meeting. This is so humiliating.
Be the boss
I'm the boss.
What the?
Power nap. You were saying.
and make a budget.
Let's get to work.
Need a little help?
Stacy, read back the notes.
I can't read. What's it say?
Create a personalized savings plan and get other tools and tips
We can share.
You obviously didn't go to business school.
at feedthepig.org.
Marie, you have prediabetes.
Prediabetes? I don't have time to eat right or exercise. I'm a busy mom.
Oh, you're a busy mom.
Yeah.
This is great news. Busy moms never get prediabetes.
Wait, what?
Let me just... Yeah, this is all the people at risk for prediabetes, and way over here, busy moms. No?
The Lindenwood women's ice hockey team dropped a tough game against number 6 ranked Minnesota over the weekend. The Lions fell by a final score of 4-3. Sophomore Taylor Gerard had 2 goals in the loss, while sophomore Sierra Paisley found the net for the Lions as well. Junior goalie Jolene DeBrun tallied 43 saves in the contest. Photojournalist Jessica Hodge sat down with Coach Scott Spencer to talk about the weekend.
Minnesota's been a powerhouse in the national stage for a number of years now. You know, that's the first biggest challenge, is playing a team of that caliber. You know, when I first got here 4 years ago, you know, it was a little daunting to play those types of teams, but, you know, from the weekend, you know, we're losing in overtime on Sunday and being right there on Friday too, and I thought we deserved better in the first.
The Lions will travel to New York for their next 2-game series against Syracuse University. Puck drop on Friday is scheduled for 7 p.m. Eastern Time. Up next, Tom and I will take a step into the Lions' den to highlight the top performances from last week.
Fancy pants peanut butter? A big screen television? You haven't even bought a sofa yet. A motorcycle? When your father finds out, he's gonna flip his shoes with 2 buckles? What do you even need 2 buckles for? Mr. Big Shot, buying whiskey shots for everybody in the bar. From the looks of it, I'd say nobody even remembers. Feed the pig.
Listen, I realize that I'm not perfect, but it all really started to change because you judge me for having a problem. No one is going to know that I need help. I need help. I know that no one is going to judge me for having a problem. I realize that I'm not perfect, but it all really started to change because you listen.
Welcome into the Lions Den, where Tom and I are going to tell you about some notable moments from Lindenwood Athletics this past week. First up, men's soccer. The Lindenwood men's soccer head coach, Carl Hutter, and his staff were named the Central Region Coaching Staff of the Year. This is Hutter's 24th season with Lindenwood, and it's the 2nd consecutive year as his recipient of the award. He is assisted by Nenad Kurik, Andrew Hammerlinck, Lucas Martinen, and Nenad Todovork. The Lions went 5-3-0 in the MIAA this season and tabbed 3 players to the first team all-conference honors.
Well, my player in the Lions Den this week is Callie Bildner. She has really upped her game this year, and the sophomore has been putting up 21.3 points per game and 13.8 rebounds and 1.3 blocks in her last game against McKendree. She also put up 21 points and 11 rebounds to lead the Lions for their 6th straight win, and it's been a great year for the Lions basketball program and Bildner, who has been a catalyst on the women's team.
Well, Tom, I also have an individual player this week. Jolene DeBrun of the Lindenwood women's ice hockey team has really been a force between the pipes for the Lions, especially in last weekend's matchup against Minnesota. The Lions fell in both games to the Golden Gophers, but DeBrun recorded 85 saves between the 2 games, 43 on Saturday and 42 on Sunday. DeBrun was named CHA Goalie of the Week 3 times last season. She currently holds a .911 save percentage to go with 316 total saves so far this season.
Very deserving of the Lions Den this week. They really lean on her for all their games, and she keeps them in most of them. So good job by Jolene DeBrun.
Absolutely. That's it for Lion Pride Sports. I'm Ivy Reynolds.
And I'm Tom Hartbeck. Thanks for stopping by, and we'll catch you next time.